Double engineered, diverse, and deadly. 3 boxes to check when creating a weapon system suited for the likes of the free world. Hi, I have never played a Call of Duty game aside from the Cold War free beta because my friend made me, and boy, watching this video, you're gonna be able to fucking tell. My score looks like this, my KDs look like this, and the top of the leaderboard might as well be a house with 2 cars and a loving wife, cause boy, you can bet your ass I'm never gonna get there. Starting out with the most default weapon possible for a player completely out of his depth, I'm SixSnipes. This is the M4, and you're watching Gun Guy. Let's hit it. The M4A1 rifle, being cited as the flagship rifle of the M4 platform, is a commonplace evolution from the then standardized and newly adopted M16 rifle of the United States Army, rapidly evolving from the M16A1 rifle to the improved M16A2, which limited the formerly full auto fire selector to semi and 3-round burst for the sake of ammo consumption. It became increasingly obvious that in spite of the average person not needing full auto, a carbine class weapon was required to fill the role of close support in a battle. The then standard issue M1 carbine with its unfortunate 30 caliber fittings and the M3 grease gun just weren't going to cut it. The model they had at the time was the Colt Automatic Rifle 15, or CAR 15 for short, which basically just cut the barrel in half, neutered its ballistics, and results in a massive muzzle flash, which had to be fixed by putting a big ass flash hider on the end of it. The US Army was not impressed, but you can see the beginnings of what we have here today. By 1982, the US contracted Colt to make a carbine variant of the M16 platform, and 5 years later, the Marine Corps would be the first to adopt what they designated the Carbine 5.56mm M4, a sequel to the M3, with rifling tuned to 1 twist per 7 inches, double to that of the 14 the M16 sported, and a 14-inch barrel. This offered a better armament, but more importantly, standardized the caliber across multiple weapons classes sported by the United States and would win over the hearts of many infantrymen as a diverse, jack-of-all-trades, and well-rounded rifle system which could tackle a large range of engagements at a large range of ranges shit. Hence why this is the first weapon I went to pick up as soon as I unlocked customizable loadouts and have not looked back since. Without beating around the bush, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the sequel, the M4 is very good. I haven't extensively used other weapons, so I hesitate to use the term hitmark machine, but holy shit, this thing might as well be printing death certificates at the roughly 740 rounds per minute mark. Firstly, the fire rate is certainly on the higher side even for assault rifles and rivals that of lower tier SMGs. The recoil is not particularly bad either for how fast you're shooting, but that could easily be the aim assist in this game being bonkers because boy is a visible recoil a lot. After getting over the fact that your character has a debilitating aneurysm every time they depress the trigger on full auto, you'll fast realize the M4 is not actually super bound by range. In fact, on a lot of more open 6v6 quickplay maps, virtually every build I tried did not struggle in securing kills from distances which could be considered well into sniper territory. Now sure, if they're both packing bolt action heat and competent, you will reach a range where they will plaster your ass 9 times out of 10, but if someone gets caught in the open, that's free kills for you. What this more or less means is, in selecting the M4, you are not limiting yourself to one specific engagement where you have the advantage and surrendering the win to people who are closer than or outside of your ideal radius otherwise. Nearly every scenario is very winnable with this, whether it's blisteringly fast hipfire reactions at point blank or calculated burst fire firefights at 70 yards. And the best part is, you're able to do this very well with the vanilla desert tan polymer furnished model you pick up with nothing but irons and a prayer. Given the game's affinity for attachments and the wide variety of ways in which they can affect this, the versatility of the weapon can be greatly impaired depending on how you choose to bling out yours. Surrendering the default attachments to features like skeletonized or collapsible stocks and shorter barrels greatly increases speed, which can be a huge plus, but increases recoil, which at this point might literally give you a fucking stroke trying to power through. Not that anyone would actually want to run an AR with just the buffer tube, you'd want to kill yourself after like 2 mags. Meanwhile, I found that a lot of the larger model attachments, longer barrel, bigger stock, while significantly making accuracy more and more laser-like, turn the otherwise snappy aim down sight action into a sluggish, slow, death-generating animation that you'll never complete before the enemy kills you, not to mention the terrible reduction in movement speed in what is likely widely agreed upon to be the arcade movement shooter franchise. Attachments I can recommend no matter what are the suppressor you unlock relatively early. The damage reduction is so benign I never really felt a difference up close or at range. The laser gives you free hipfire precision at no disadvantage to hard numbers if you're okay having a traceable line pointing away from your character, and the holographic optic is super clean and very good for sighting in on plebs. The M4 is notably the starting point for unlocking all the weapons extending from the M4 weapons tree, the first 2 being the 5.56 Icarus machine gun and the FTAC Recon Marksman rifle. Finally, in terms of magazine capacity, you have easily 2 to 3 kills per mag default with a 30 rounder, but given the inconsistent manner of the time to kill right now, it can be just 1 before reloading. Use the 45 rounder for more bullet and slower reload at your own risk, and use the 60 rounder if you want to die. Good meme though. Overall, the M4 is in fact a rather well-rounded option which you can rely upon if chosen and shouldn't underestimate on the wrong end. Having maxed it out, I will probably use this gun as a crutch quite often. Definitive, decorated, and defined by an ability to function here, there, and anywhere else. The M4. Thanks for watching the video front to back. If you like what you've seen, scroll down and press buttons. Otherwise, I'm Six Snipes, and until next time, I'll see you out there in Modern Warfare.
Relax and take notes while I take toast of the marijuana smoke. Throw you in the truck, don't smoke.